If you alter your viewpoint, you will alter yours as well. The book on our existence is the author of life. Gradually regaining control. Let's disclose the step-by-step plan. Whether are you reaching the highest level of achievement or traversing the challenging valleys, your attitude matters. Come along on the road of transformation with me. Tell us how the mindset shifts, able to transform challenges into opportunity. Saying hello can lead to success. Greetings from friends, bookish treasures to all. We're going to discuss attitude today. Everything about the book has been written. Jeff Keller's first lesson: be human. Our thoughts are our reality, and the magnet is our thoughts. When we consider an objective, naturally we view that objective favorably. Begin by making tiny progress toward. Assume you are a human. You attract all you desire in life. Able to draw in and comprehend by example. Every month, a person by the name of Raj 0000 generates income to cover his family's expenses. He now makes 50,000 rupees a month as a result of the rise. If it must reach 300 to 50,000 each month, do you believe he will be able to make it there? The amount of the secret determines this. Thinks he will be 500 months old. Will leave if he believes this. If I am unable to do it, I would like 50,000 rupees. It won't be possible for the month to cross over. If Raj believes that I have the ability to earn between 30 rupees and 50,000 rupees a month. It must be $50,000 a month if it can reach that amount. You'll be able to maintain your optimism for a while. Thinking won't bring you where you want to go. Indeed, it is similar to eating breakfast. Thus, consume nutritious food for the remainder of the day. Even when you work out, you are consuming junk food. Here's how you work out once a week. It is impossible to get physically fit by doing. You have to think positively all the time, don't you? The day you develop a habit of thinking positively. Let's relate a story that, in the past, a large number of people in New York were investing in a house, and after that, he would either sell the residence for more money or, alternatively, the renter would have offered it for rent. Are you considering investing in a home? However, anytime he plans to purchase a home, they used to have bad thoughts when they thought. They begin to consider what might happen if the house doesn't sell. Will I lose my money once more? After they resolved the issue this year's. Do not hesitate to purchase a home until the very end. I'll be living apart for several months. After looking at several homes, I ultimately purchased two. Hunter advises me against purchasing a home first. Was obtaining it, but I later purchased a home similar to this one. Positive thinking was the only thing that made this feasible. He didn't think positively at first, but later, I made the decision that everything would occur. Only found optimistic thoughts, since we learned to believe that it will be ours. Mental imagery and thoughts impact our behavior, and Jeff Keller affects the result. Consider whatever goal we may have for our lives, as well as asking us to disruptor mentality and failure negativity. Self-projection will need to remove the picture. In other words, imagine yourself as you would like to be. I already have you in mind. Success, joy, or reaching your objective. Whatever you want to happen, you must do it. Consider them and experience these feelings, which, if applicable, are associated with success. If we discuss applications in the morning, you are able to picture your objectives. Consider yourself to be up against a task. You're enjoying success, and whenever someone says something unpleasant, I feel satisfied. I think to myself, I'm capable. For example, we must routinely exercise if we want to maintain our physical fitness. Exercise requires mental effort as well. To stay in shape, we must exercise. Even extremely talented athletes can have. He employs visualization strategies. I believe before the race begins, I'm going to cross the finish line and win. And doing so makes them significantly. When you do this, you obtain positive outcomes. You will also begin to have misgivings if you give it any thought. For example, visualization is useless. What will result from this is that you just must. The third lesson is to believe what you believe, and it will happen. Dedication to achieving objectives and achievements. This implies that Don't put up too much effort, and making several attempts indicates that. Take any action to reach your objective, going above and beyond without breaking the law or being careless. A fantastic one for the dedication that has paid off. It is very crucial to have a mindset when you encounter difficulties and fail. If you do, it will all depend on your attitude. Will you face your fear of him, or will you go on? Will confront him with common sense, urging oneself to be prepared to go beyond. Setting boundaries is a sign of commitment. Cross is not compelling. Realistic refusal to make concessions. Speaking of applicability, your objective. Clearly state your goals. Set clear goals and maintain your commitment. Keep in mind that ethics equate to dedication. Compromise is not an option when pursuing your objectives. Maintain your integrity while doing. Considering the case of electric. Edison will create the light bulb. There are several instances of dedication and commitment. He declared, "I am a failure despite failure. I have not finished. I have discovered 10,000 such methods. Outside variables that won't work. You are capable of disking oneself. Surrounded by both negative and encouraging people. Put an end to Edison's numerous mistakes. Have to consider each setback to be a loss. Rather, he made progress toward achievement. Appeared as a result of their diligence. In the end, he was successful in the challenge. To recognize your chance. Instead of asking, train your thinking. I want to know why this is happening to me. What can I take away from lesson 4? Locate the lessons from difficulties and setbacks. What are our reactions when confronted with? This is important for our trip. Disruptor affects the beginning. Can distort our viewpoint. This can lead to self-doubt and questions. Following the first disintegrator, we reach a turning point. We have a choice, and the first one is us. Can yet feel depressed. Able to concentrate on the issue and able to attribute extrinsic causes. Choice to serve as a substitute for our issue. Jeff Keller. There are lessons here. Adopt an optimistic outlook. Encourage an adverse circumstance. I have some things to learn as well. Any unstated advantages or unexpected chance to inquire. Rather than asking why I'm experiencing this. From this, what can I learn, or how can I? By using this resilience-based strategy, I can get stronger. Draws attention to possible expansion. Takes on the challenge when if something goes wrong, pause and repeat unpleasant thoughts repeatedly. Be proactively upbeat rather than concentrating on. See the bright side of things. Every challenge is an opportunity to learn. Finds a method to accomplish this. Could be a skill that needs improvement. Perhaps a partnership or one to investigate. The new route could lead to issues. Creativity comes from innovation. Make use of them as a tool to find answers. To get around the passive measures default. Hope demands deliberate action. Utilize your intellect to look for the beams of. Get good outcomes by training sometimes. You don't understand anything right away, so be patient and learn. 5-year words set the course for others to follow. Has a profound effect on your life. Perhaps you still don't understand the power of words. Rahul is a narrative that the author shares. A person who is always around his pals. I constantly tell my coworkers this. I used to believe that my sales skills were lacking. If you enjoy our synopsis of the book, thus, sign up for Bookish Treasures. Friends, please let us know if you enjoy our video. Arrives and you wish to help us. Therefore, you can purchase our membership in. He's never excellent at sales. Repeated phrases throughout the day for months. Continues to talk, and when he attempted to sell. I tried, but the outcome was terrible. He grew increasingly convinced that this isn't really my thing, so he can't at all, and then here, sales figures deteriorated further. We learn from the author that you speak as you. Your work is what you believe it is. It begins to occur gradually if. Rahul believes that I work in sales regardless. I will improve my sales skills if I learn this. Perhaps he would endeavor to achieve positive outcomes. However, he advised everyone to use their brains. I had come to terms with the reality that occasionally, if you are unable to become a successful salesperson, then Additionally, the subconscious brain increasingly began to accept that sales. The reporter will no longer be able to essentially say this, that you should never use derogatory language. Unable to obtain a favorable outcome indicates Rahul. That being said, my main sales skills are lacking. Despite my desire, I am never good at sales. Lesson 6. How are you? You can build yourself if you. When someone inquires about your well-being, you respond to this with 1 or 2 words. However, we are not required to answer this question ourselves. Contacting you 10 to 50 times every day, because your mindset is the solution to this, demonstrates how to respond to this query. It means a lot is the response. You respond to this question in accordance with the question. In these 3 categories, you can provide a negative rating. This response is mediocrely negative. They'll pretend that I'm sick today. Don't ask me about it. It wasn't a good day. It's a wasted day, but at least it's Friday. Each of these responses is in the bad category. People were extremely busy for the first 4 days. Pass by, which is why Friday. Give thanks to God for coming. They have the following 2 days off. Let's now discuss the media. It falls within the I'm fine group. Whenever we use such terms, I'm good, not terrible, we expend our energy. Don't collaborate with that person. Whoever believes that I'm having a horrible day, no matter what, you can always leave. We must think positively, and here we are. Arrive at a favorable response. Fantastic, outstanding, amazingly wonderful whenever you're feeling upbeat. If you answer, both you and other people will. Just think about how fantastic you feel, too. When you inquire about his well-being, he responds. If he responds well, then everyone is a human being. Everyone wants to collaborate with him. I want to schedule a meeting. Determine whether you ought to provide 2 options for responses. Must choose one of the donors so, should we choose positive or negative? We'll undoubtedly learn constructive lessons. Be in the company of positive people. We relate to them, they alter our perspective, and has a major effect on approach. Negative effects can depress us. Positive influences might make us feel better, but spend time with those who motivate, uplift, and thrill you. Yes, positivity spreads just as easily as laughing. When we engage with positive individuals, their energy has an impact on us if we are present. Look for eager folks. Sayaz is adaptable and capable of doing anything. Some people's attitude is a reflection of their ongoing grievances. Using negativity and passum jam drain our vitality. Nonetheless, we are unable to avoid everyone, however to interact with others. Those who are capable of self-limitation. Continue your encouragement and boosts energy. It is normal to learn how to conquer and develop fear. Humans tend to ignore or suppress this emotion. Rather than embracing your fear, realize that everybody becomes scared. However, how would you react to this? It is important that we confront our worries and to apply them to growth. Let's take this lesson in significance to heart. We must leave our comfort zone, and motivation to take on the challenge makes every effort to overcome fear the best course of action when experiencing terror. Nevertheless, we continue to work toward our objectives. So you're angry and confident. Fear is the source of all tiny victories. You lose your comfort zone when you grow. By carrying out those tasks on your own, face your fears. Attempting a new talent or public speaking, advancement or taking chances. Accept failure and inconvenience. There is a chance to grow and learn. Consider failure as feedback rather than a source of fear. Examine and assess the issue occurred and continue on your path. Suppose that you getting over your anxieties and succeeding. Your brain uses visualization, reorganizes and lessens anxiety, decreases the number of online stories shared on this. Because she is afraid, that woman gives up on her dream. Conducted a typical lesson rather than finishing. Since she was young, she has worked in the entertainment industry. Despite my desire, I was afraid of that safe zone. Prevented her, but after becoming an adult, the day he submitted his letter of resignation to his school, After delivering the letter, she remained quite anxious for a few days. However, he took this chance and invested a lot of effort in. When we claim that we have developed a massive show business, we mean this: the constant draw towards our comfort zone. If you enjoy our book synopsis, go subscribe to Bookish Treasures if you like. Remember to do so, friends, if you enjoy the video and help us out. If you want to accomplish that, please buy a membership. We might not take chances in our lives, which is why a lot of individuals today, I am unable to realize my fantasy of you. Allow me to share another story that we can all relate to. When I was little, I used to listen to, every day a salt vendor would sell salt off his donkey. He used to carry a bulky sack on his way to the market. They had to cross a drain one day. The donkey lost its balance and tumbled into the salt and the river. When the salt bag dropped into the water, the salt dissolved. It significantly reduced the weight of the bag. The donkey was delighted and continued to perform the same act each day after that. Playing, he purposefully fell into the water, with the expectation that the salt bag will dissolve. Its load will decrease as a result, even though salt. The following day, the vendor captured the donkey. The donkey kicked a cotton bag, with the intention of making the bag lighter. The wet cotton is heavier, so repeat the process. And the donkey had difficulties similar to the donkey we frequently to prevent discomfort or anxiety. Try but real progress. Donkeys may bravely confront our concerns. Repeated actions lead to its demise. We can learn from our mistakes in this way. Both adaptability and advancement are necessary. It is essential to take measured risks. Failure is a necessary step on the path to success, so don't be scared of it. Accept as the gate of lesson 9. Instead than being scared of failing, go out there and fail. It is considered a positive move. Examine each successful person's failures. I've only had to deal with these situations. We grow, change, and learn. When you don't succeed, examine. Recognize the underlying reasons why things went wrong and determine your areas of success and growth. Utilize as a useful feedback system. Keep in mind that the most knowledgeable also ran across setbacks when traveling. We have frequently had to be afraid of failing. Prohibits taking chances despite development. You must take calculated risks for your trying new things and stepping outside of your comfort zone. Be prepared to make an effort to accept that not all efforts result in results right away. Despite their failings, there are successful people out there. They never stop working toward their objectives. Don't allow failure to control you. Rather, they adapt and learn effectively. And continue to be resilient and develop a resolve focused solely on outcomes. Don't worry about the outcome. Just enjoy the effort. Accept your efforts without making any remarks. Failure even when you give it your all. Let's try, grow, and learn. Honor bravery and consider defeat a personal setback. Consider your response as a reaction rather than an assault. Take a calculated approach and modify your plan. Continue to improve and advance. You get closer to success when you fail. Like a lens perspective, it allows us to view the world if we keep complaining, then we encourage negativity and we restrict its capability. Instead of difficulty, a chance for growth. Friends, if you look at it, this was our day. By leaving a remark, how did you find the book summary? I appreciate your thorough summary and ask that you let me know. To hear